Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video we're doing a full character breakdown for the augmentation for Shadowdash that will be coming in version 4.2. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe her name's going to be DANZAI SPECTRAMANCER. I could be mispronouncing that. Hopefully I'm not. If I am, go in the comments down below. Let me know how to say it properly. But we're going to be doing something very similar that we did with Fallen Rosemary. Unfortunately, with Shadowdash, the augmentation version, we don't have the applicable gear and stigmata set just yet to be able to view them properly. So we're just going to be taking a look at the skills alone. So I do hope you enjoy the video and find it slightly informative. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and consider subscribing today. And remember to join the Discord. A link will be in the description below. Now, with that being said, she is going to be extremely free to play friendly. You should be able to evolve your Shadowdash to at least double S rank, if not triple S rank. And to be able to get her fragments should be pretty free to play friendly as well, to be able to level up the core, which in order to get this very nice outfit, you're going to want to get to 4 stars. So this outfit is absolutely spot on. We're going to go ahead and talk about that first. It looks great. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It looks great. And I think most of you guys can agree with that. So let's jump into her skills, because I don't want the video to be too terribly long. Like I mentioned, we're going to see what she's bringing to the table for you, and to see if you would want to invest in her, you know, if that's something that you're going to want to do on your account. Now, right off the bat, I'll say that she is probably worth the investment. Now, it's not something that has to be immediately done, in my opinion. She is going to be a physical mecha type DPS / pseudo support for your account. But there are really good mecha type Valkyries that you can choose from, as well as really good physical type Valkyries. So she's not going to enhance your account, you know, that much further, to be quite honest with you. But if you're in need of a physical type, especially for your mechas, then she is going to be a very good option, along with Void Drifter and things of that nature. So let's go ahead, let's jump into her skills and what she's bringing to the table. So we're going to talk about her special attack, which is Shinkage Flash. I hope I said that right. I probably butchered that. So looking at the skill, Bunshin Specters emerge from enemy location and deal high damage. So the Bunshin Specters emerge from enemy location and deal AoE damage below 100 Munin. Cannot be cast below 200 Munin. Consumes 100 Munin to create 2 Bunshin Specters, dealing 200 plus 200% attack of physical damage. At 200 Munin, consume 100 Munin to create 4 Bunshin Specters, dealing 200 plus 250% attack of physical damage. Tap attack again to consume another 100 Munin and cast Shinkage Flash 2, dealing 400% attack of physical damage. Now, when I was live streaming playing with her, I did not have the controls down whatsoever, and I was not able to proc this properly, and I was messing it up quite often. Now, I played with her a little bit more off camera, and I've gotten the hang of it a little bit, but I still am kind of iffy if I'm doing it right or not. It just feels kind of weird, kind of wonky, but you know, nonetheless, it seems to work decently well. I don't know. I would have to keep playing with her and getting that down packed. But anyways, moving on to the first skill, Amakuni's Honor. Boosts Shinkage Flash crit rate by 30%. Vicious Serpent Shinkage Flash inflicts Sword Scar on hit and makes marked enemies take 10% bonus physical damage for 18 seconds. So that's where she's able to mark the enemies and you're able to do more physical damage to them. And then the Tempo of Eternity, Shinkage Flash 1 and 2 both restore 5.5 SP, which is really nice to be able to get that back. And then we have the ultimate here, the Power of Tsukikami. I probably messed that up as well. Casting Tsukiyo's Spectramancy boosts team's physical damage by 15% for 18 seconds. So that's where you're getting that pseudo support from her, which is really good for your physical damage dealers and a really good option to place on a team. You know, to be able to be like a secondary support, as well as like a secondary DPS. So she kind of fills that role for you. Blade of Cyrus, Tsukiyo's Spectramancy deals 70% bonus damage against shields, which is really good. She's able to do more damage against the shielded enemies. And then Haze of Borokage, I'm saying all these wrong, by the way. Teammates' charge attacks consume 1 Kagenai. Yeah. Recharge on hit to summon 2 Bunshin Specters. 600% times 2 attack of physical damage, and resetting Sword Scar's duration with Vicious Serpent unlocked. Cooldown 4.5 seconds. Damage source DANZAI Spectramancer. Every Kagenai recharge consume restores 15 SP for her. So yeah, a lot going on there for her ultimate, but seems to be pretty decent. Good support for your team, as well as being able to do more bonus damage, not only against shields but just in general. So very, very nice right there. And then we have the basic attacks, which are an AoE Penta Slash, so just a 5 sequence attack there. Now, something to note really quickly, on the 5th sequence, you have 250% attack of AoE physical damage and 30 Moonin regen. So that's really good. Now, if interrupted, the 5th sequence will be finished by the Bunshin Spectre. So that's something to keep in mind on the 5th sequence attack. That's the only one that's really different. And then moving on, well, actually, the 2nd sequence attack is 20 Moonin, Moonin, and the 3rd and 4th is 30. So, excuse me, had to go ahead and make sure I got that correct. Now, moving on to the QTE, Spectrance of Renge, triggered by time slowed or impaired enemies to deal 800% attack of physical damage and inflict Sword Scar on enemies. So make sure you have that Vicious Serpent unlocked and you're able to mark the enemies, which is really good. And then Mind Aura, basic and combo attacks gain 40% crit damage. Really good to be able to do more crit damage towards the enemy. Now we're moving on to her ultimate evasion, Untouchable Yozakura. Quick dash to evade enemy attacks. Tap attack after evasion to charge forward, dealing 100% attack of physical damage. Now ultimate evasion restores 100 Moonin. The Honkai, oh man, reprisal. Hold attack after Untouchable Yazakura lands to immediately perform Shinkage Flash 1 or 2 without Moonin, which is really, really good. And then it has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Now moving on to Godspeed, ultimate evasion skill can be triggered one more time, and the cooldown is reduced by 1.5 seconds. That's really nice. And then Weeping Kaze, within 3 seconds after ultimate evasion skill is triggered, Valkyrie has higher ignore interrupt and takes 30% less total damage. That's really, really good right there. The damage reduction and then increase ignore interrupt will allow you to keep on attacking and not be interrupted, and then you have damage reduction. Very, very nice. All that good stuff right there. Now moving on to the passive skill, passive bonuses apply automatically. Moonin Focus starts at 0 and maxes at 200. Regen sources, basic attack, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th sequence, ultimate evasion, and passive regen on standby. Really good right there. So when you switch her out, she's able to regen some of her, I believe it's her Moonin. We'll look at that in just a second. So Shinpo of Serenity, on standby, Valkyrie restores, there you go, 12 Moonin per second. So she has that passive ability where she switches out and she's able to get buffed up while she's out. A really, really good mechanic. One that we saw in Fallen Rosemary. It looks like they applied it to DANZAI Spectramancer as well. So really, really good. Now moving over to Blight of Kyokuku. I cracked myself up with that one. Blight of Kyokuko. I'm just, you know what? We're moving on. Boost physical damage dealt to enemies marked by Sword Scar by 25%. Just more bonus damage there. Jeez, I really butchered that one, right? Shroud of Kiri. The Valkyrie deals 18% bonus total damage. So just additional damage and that nice little mechanic that she has right there. Boosting herself up while she's out. And then we have her leader skill. All characters in the team gain 21% crit rate at above 80% HP. Really, really nice. So that is her skills. That's what she's bringing to the table. Now, if you're asking me if she, you know, meta defining, do you need to max her out immediately? I don't think so. I think she's a really good Valkyrie. I think she'll be very beneficial, but I don't think she's going to really define your account, enhance it any further, and make it any better unless you're really in need of a physical damage dealer, or if you're in need of a really good mecha type Valkyrie. Other than that, there are better options when it comes to not only the physical side, when it, you know, comes to that, as far as damage dealers, and then when it comes to mecha types. But she's going to be good nonetheless. She's going to be really great. And then I'll be back with another video talking about her gear and her applicable weapon, because I don't believe we have it in the beta version just yet. If I go to weapon, yeah, I don't think it's going to be here because it would have been available. I would have been able to see it. Or at least be able to put it on her. So we'll just have to wait for that. I may come back with another video, or I might just slide it in a video and just talk about it briefly. But yeah, guys, that is what she's bringing to the table. So I hope you found that informative. I hope that gives you a better idea if you want to go ahead and max her out right away. If we're talking about augmentations in general really quickly, I think there's better augmented Valkyries that you can focus on for right now if you haven't got them complete. Namely, Drive Komata is a really good option, and Hawk of the Fog. I would focus on those two first before focusing on her. When it comes to augmentation, I mean, Void Drifter, you can even speak about Void Drifter as well, but it's really from a gameplay standpoint at that point whether you would want to focus on her first or not. But those would be the two right off the bat that I can think of that I would focus on before your DANZAI SPECTRAMANCER, your augmentation for Shadowdash. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. I hope you like what you see. Remember to subscribe, like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out.